Good morning. It is Friday. It is the 1st of May. It is 10:07 a.m. We never start on time because I'm pretty bad. It's actually my fault today. I can't even blame my co-host, but we'll get to that. But you're here with Bloomy. Thank you. Because it's Breakfast with Bloomy. Let's bring our first co-host on. What's up?
What's going on?
I thought you deserted me. It was all my fault.
Well, I mean, one day we get email links, one day we get text messages, one day we get Facebook messages. Maybe
well, I thought
this process.
I thought I sent everyone out the links yesterday, but apparently I never actually did that. So that's my fault.
Very inefficient. Very inefficient.
In
the Outlook, in the calendar invites, all the proper content and connectivity should be in that. I mean,
that's where I normally put it, but I thought I did.
Yeah, but the links change, and then I get emails.
Well, that I can't fix the links. All right, let me bring Christine on. I need someone to get my back here.
Good morning.
Well, that's not loud at all. What's up? Come on.
Nothing I can do. My mic's broke.
What are you eating there? It looks like a whole bunch of McDonald's.
Yeah, I just wanted a coffee.
So they delivered just the coffee?
They can, but I did get a sandwich, but I really just wanted the coffee.
Oh, where did my co-host? I had another guest and he dropped off.
Mike, you see what I got?
What's that? Oh, are you coming to drop that off at my house?
No, I was at an undisclosed location today, picking up supplies.
And they had that?
Undisclosed. I keep saying undisclosed.
And they're selling that, or you brought that to spray people?
Remember, when we were talking about, people having connections. Well, I got a guy.
And is that guy my guy too?
No, not that guy.
Not that guy?
I got a guy for everything.
Well, why didn't you get me in? That would have been real nice.
Because last time you had that type of disinfectant, you took the president literally and started spraying your mouth with it.
Oh, well, that's what he said to do. I was just trying to help myself.
Okay.
Where are you going now?
So I went to go get tested to see if I had the antibody.
How long does it take to find out?
They said 3 to 5 days. So I went this morning. I went for coffee. Now I'm on my way to drop off Desiree her coffee.
Maria needs Lysol as well.
So tell her to go to Pitney. I'm sure there's plenty of reserves there.
So how did you get selected for the antibody testing, or a guy for that too?
I got a guy for that too.
Can we get me on that guy's list?
That would involve you leaving your house, going into the public.
Where was the test?
You definitely don't have the antibody. I can't disclose this information. This is midday with Moss info.
I do think I have the antibody because I think my daughter had it in February, and then I got sick for a day. I think Christina probably has the antibody.
Yeah,
I think so. If you have an antibody, will you still take precautions, or you'll go back to business as usual?
No, I would go back to business, not as usual, because you still have to. Even though you have the antibody, if I get it on me, I could still transfer to somebody else. Like if the virus is on a piece of metal and I touch metal, and now I can't get sick from it, but I can pass it back off. Where did he go?
You're not contagious. You're not contagious. The line being contagious is like such a short period of time for this virus. Just because you have the antibody, you can't pass it anymore, unless you're contagious.
No. So that I can't pass it, but So okay, imagine this: if I have the antibody, yes, I'm no longer sick. I can't, like me breathing on you can't give it. But let's imagine I walk into a supermarket and I grab the door handle. And I now let go of the door handle, and now the virus is on my hand. I could touch my face and everything, and I won't get it. But if I go to shake your hand, or if I touch my keyboard and I get up and now Moss sits down and touches my keyboard, and he doesn't have the antibody, and then he touches his face. So you could transfer it not in terms of a contagion, but you could transfer the virus. So because the virus moves, right?
If that's the case, everyone can transfer it, but I think that defeats the purpose of what he's saying. Like antibodies, so you can get back to life as normal, not so you can touch something that happens to maybe have it. Like that's.
But it's not life as normal because what you have to do is there's still physical transfer of virus, so you still have to constantly wash your hands. You gotta use antibacterial gel. There still can't be personal contact, meaning you can't be shaking people's hands because you might be flying and immune to it, but that doesn't mean the person whose hands you're shaking. Thank you, Anthony Girardi. Dr. Bloomfield is correct. Physical transfer of the virus. It's not by respiratory.
Whoa. Anthony Girardi is supposed to be on a Zoom meeting. Why is he watching us?
He's doing both. And Todd is also on a Zoom meeting, which is why he's not here. And he is also watching. So, see, people just can't. Oh, antibody testing. Is this a link to the antibody testing? All right, but to get the antibody testing, you actually have to go into a place?
Yeah, I went to a location. I waited online. You know, we socially distanced outside.
You're clearly on the highway, so you were on the offshore.
I was very upset that they did not recognize who I was when I was outside. But once I got inside, they expedited the process, realizing I am a big deal.
So you have to wait, though, with other people.
Yes, you waited out long, like almost like at the supermarket. Well, I don't wait online at the supermarket either, but you know, you wait the 6 feet apart, and then you know it's like a regular facility. You know.
Yeah, I feel like I don't want to do that. Can they come to me?
Yeah, Mike, I don't think you got the balls to do it.
Well, the problem is too right now. I almost want to wait because the antibody tests right now are all basically 15% inaccurate. So it gives you a false sense of hope. So like you could be told, yes, you have the antibodies, and that could be 15% chance that you don't. Because
Mike, you could actually go outside last night during the rainstorm and get hit by a bolt of lightning.
Oh, you clearly can. Like my brother's brother-in-law passed away this week from a seizure. So and it's unfortunate. So if we found out it was not corona, he had a seizure and basically 37 years old and is brain dead in the hospital, and so he's not passed away yet. He is brain dead on life support, but it looks like they're going to have to pull the plug. So when it's your time, it's your time.
They're going to turn around and say he had a seizure because of corona.
No, they did a test. They did 2 tests. He did not have corona. He worked in a nursing home, so there was the concern that he did have corona, but he had a history of seizures, and he had a seizure, and it did its thing. And it's, you know, when it's your time, it's your time. You could be out in the car on Breakfast with Bloomy and a car T-bone you. When it's your time,
imagine,
it's your time.
That would be pretty cool if I got into a car accident.
That would not be cool, Moss. We don't want you to get hurt.
No. Like pinned in the car, and we could actually see an extra.
So, but you're okay. So pinned in the car, but you are not injured.
Yeah, but I would probably have a heart attack and die because I'm claustrophobic.
Oh, so we don't want that to happen on the Breakfast with Bloomy show. Anthony
would be happy. He would, you know, insure the light. He would double check about the insurance policy. Marco, my brother, would be happy. He would get the whole inheritance.
Anthony just sped out from Partners in Sound. I think he's trying to find you now. All right, let's see where you're at. All right, you look like you're back on the South Shore. It looks like you're driving down Rossville.
Nope. Pulling up to the Donna's Estates.
That's what I meant. I meant where is not Rossville. What block is that? Seguin. Thank you. Yeah, because it looked like I saw that red awning from. You are full of shit. Your mom said.
I'm full of shit. Okay, I don't know what I'm full of shit of, but okay.
What did your mom cook last night?
I don't know. She's been slacking lately. She's big lunches. See, Mike, this is what you have to do. Every day, you know, leave here. You get the coffee. You deliver the coffee. This is what you do. I don't even go in. I just leave it over here.
Dude, let her know. Do you still get the milk delivery?
No.
That's what that container is, though, right? That's the milk delivery.
and I that's why I keep some of my money. I have no more. I have no more spots or holes in the backyard, so I keep it in the milk carton just in case
Oh,
anyone.
wait, are you putting those out there? Hold on, Jimmy.
Watch this.
Go to Mas's house right now. There's Lysol outside. You have to get there before Desiree gets them. Go. You could have one. I get two. All right, Jimmy's on his way to pick up those Lysol.
No problem. Let's see. Let's see if anyone actually answers the door. Probably not. They never answer.
Can you actually go on that balcony, or is that just for show?
That's my closet.
So you can get out? Hi, Des.
What's up? Giving a spelling test.
Spelling test. Is that the way you go to school? Do you teach in your pajamas?
I'm giving your son a spelling test.
Oh, she's giving.
No, I'm multitasking.
She's multitasking. All right.
And you're back.
So
now where are you going?
This is actually.
Are you going to Montalbanos now, or are you going to your office?
I mean, we could, if you want to make this a full day of Mas live, I could. Whatchamacallit? We could go to Montalbanos and get live and actually break Cosmo's balls.
I think that would be fun, but it'd be even more fun. Do you have any money to collect from people? We'd like to watch you collect money.
Are you trying to say that as an Italian American that I would do illegal things collecting money for people?
All right, answer this question honestly. Honest question right now. Do you have a bat in your car?
I do have a hockey stick, a baseball bat.
And are they for sports or are those for self-defense?
It depends, Your Honor. With all due respect, I was on my way home from softball, and then I happened to run into somebody that borrowed money from me and never paid it back. So he did allegedly throw the first, punch, and I was scared for my life, and I was forced in a corner where there was no other way to get out of the situation, and it was two youths.
Maria says that you do not need to do that. You have people to do that for you.
People.
Not funny. Do not do it. Your mom. I took a My Cousin Vinny quiz today on Facebook. So that quiz company now has all my Facebook information, but I do know My Cousin Vinny 100%. I got all the questions right. I was very proud. I love that movie. That is probably one of my favorite movies. My biological clock is ticking.
Yeah, I've been known to do a pretty good impression from that movie, but send me that quiz. I want to see if I know 100%.
All right, Marissa Tomei has definitely aged well.
Yeah, that's how I presume I'm gonna age. That's how I visualize myself as a 50+ woman. Still mad hot.
Mike, maybe we should make this as part of the Breakfast with Bloomy episode, where I drive around Staten Island and try to engage.
Okay, who are you going to engage? Are you going to yell at randos, as Todd would say, out the window?
Stand by.
And stand by.
Just pull up and be like, "Hey, I have candy. Would you like to get in my car?" We'll see how long until the cops come.
Want some candy?
We could just keep putting up the same comment from your mom. They pretty much go for everything we're going to recommend you do. All right, we were strong at 15 million people. We're starting to lose people. We got 10 million now, Mas. Can you do something so we try to get people back? What can we do? Here.
Hold on. I'm going to make everyone feel like they're at home.
We're down to 9 million. People are not engaging. Please, we got to hurry this up.
They're not engaging. So, I mean, we're sitting here. I'm at the red light. Typical Staten Island move. Watch this.
You're just going to run the red light?
The light is red. We'll see how long. It's the second it turns green, they go.
Oh.
Look.
No, that wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad. Most people in Staten Island just actually run the red light. I love that. I'll be on Arden Avenue by what's down there where Villamonte is, and I'll be stopped at the red light and a car in the middle. It'll be say 11 o'clock at night. a car will stop beeping me. I'm like, it's red, and they'll just drive around you and run right through the red light. Like it's an optional red.
Everywhere. What are you gonna do?
Crazy. All right, so people in the comments, we got George with us still, your mom, your aunt. How is everyone doing? What did everyone eat for dinner last night? What would you like us to talk about? Put it in the comments. We are here to be your slaves. Whatever you want us to talk about, we'll talk about. George would like a Lysol giveaway. Yes, if we get to 100 live viewers on Breakfast with Bloomy today, we will raffle off a Lysol can of Moss's to one of those viewers. Share this out. Get us to 100 live viewers.
Who's all the background noise coming from? Is it me?
Probably me.
Who? No, I think it's him. Was it?
Yeah, she muted herself.
Unmute yourself for a second. Let's see.
It's the fan from the computer. It's got to be.
Okay.
No, I like
George
Christina when we could see her and not hear her.
That's so kind of inappropriate. So, George said he is having corn dogs for breakfast. I am a fan of dinner items for breakfast. That is correct. I will. Ooh, that looks good. So as much as I don't like breakfast for dinner, I am okay with dinner for breakfast. I will eat cold pizza, hot dogs, hamburgers. Chinese food is delicious for breakfast, cold.
I don't do that. I can't do that. I don't enjoy that at all. Like I don't like pizza the next morning. I can do pizza the next afternoon, but I'm not going to eat it for breakfast. Like,
right.
I still want my breakfast at breakfast.
I only have breakfast with Bloomy.
Right. Only breakfast with Bloomy. Do you eat though in the morning, or you just drink coffee?
I just drink coffee. Sometimes, like if I'm on vacation, I'll do like the breakfast buffet. Every once in a while, like if we're on a gig, like a long gig, like Jersey City, I'll have like a bacon, egg, and cheese for breakfast or something. Just something to get a little bit of like carbs in me to give me a little pep in the step.
But on a normal day, you don't wake up and have breakfast.
Nah, who's got time for breakfast? Maybe like I have like a protein shake.
Like Jimmy and I eat on the road. Like we eat while we're going. Like we go to country, we order, and we get in the truck and we eat while we drive. And you are crazy. So how is that? So what'd you get? The sausage, egg, cheese McMuffin?
Mm-hmm.
That looks delicious. I love their fake eggs. They're the best.
Didn't they start making it with real eggs?
Did they?
I don't know. Someone did.
I cook real eggs. They don't look like that.
Because they put it in a cup. It's still in a little shaper.
The shape of it. So, all right.
It's like a real egg. So if it's fake, I mean, whatever.
Brett, how do we intro videos on SteamYard overlay? Yes, just load a video under branding in the overlay section, George. But it has to be a certain size. So McDonald's breakfast, I love. Probably one of my favorite breakfasts. Their pancakes are excellent. I love the butter, right? Their butter is like on point. But it can't be cold. It's got to be like a oozy mess. Like when you dump it kind of melts immediately.
When it comes out of the bag because it's hot.
Yes. So their pancakes are excellent. The McMuffins are delicious. Their biscuits. Burger King has absolutely amazing French toast sticks.
I don't even think I've ever had a Burger King breakfast ever because I don't like Burger King at all. If I've had it, I don't think I've ever even tried it. Maybe I'll try the breakfast one day, but I hate that steamed, grilled, broiled taste on the burger, so I don't ever get Burger King. That's like a last resort.
Burger King, like their croissant breakfast is delicious. I think I like the Whopper better than the Big Mac. However, most of the Burger Kings on Staten Island are nasty and disgusting and dirty, and the employees are so mean that I don't bother going.
I just go to Wendy's. If I'm going to get fast food for like lunch or dinner, it's Wendy's.
All right, we have a live checking. We are in Montalban, Rossville Avenue.
There he is, the man, the myth, the legend.
Is that Cosmo?
What do we got today? What do we got? Look at this. We're preparing grocery orders. Hold on. I got to check my area. I restocked last night. Look at this.
Oh.
See?
You know what? I'm going to send Jimmy there this afternoon to start spinning all the milk.
You see, well, Mike, you see the problem here? We sold the milk.
Oh, someone needs to pull it out.
Boom.
No, you can't do that. You have to put the older ones forward. That has to go in the back.
They're already dated correctly, so they could already do that. You see, that's what I do, Mike.
What was he saying?
See, Mike, I predominantly rotate the milk, so I already knew that one of the milks. But one of the nice things about Horizon milk is that it's organic, and the fact that it's organic, the date for Horizon and organic milk, I guess those are special organic cows, and because
they last longer.
They last longer. I want to know why that milk lasts longer. What is so special about organic milk? If it's natural, it should expire faster. No.
I don't know. You know what? We have Google for that. Why does organic milk last longer? And guess what? That is searched commonly because as soon as I started typing organic milk, that was the first thing that came up. Last longer than the process of ultra high temperature.
Everything's listening to you. It just listens.
That's probably as well. Most recent grocery run stores expiration dates on a jug of organic milk is longer. Quote on fresher, healthier. First, let's talk about the actual means for milk. Organic milk lasts longer thanks to the process of an ultra-high temperature treatment. The ultra-high temperature treatment is a process of preserving milk in which milk is heated to 280 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 to 4 seconds. This process kills any bacteria lurking in the milk, which, believe it or not, is actually the key difference in why organic milk takes longer to expire. So they preheat the milk to 280 degrees. It's delicious. I love fresh milk. Why don't you go make some right now? We'd like to watch you make some fresh milk.
Still warm. It's like warm apple pie.
I love it. That's
So we got a new brand yesterday, Mike.
Okay. Let's get you full screen. We'd like to see. And what is that? Balsamic? Some olive oil.
We brought in a new brand yesterday. So we turned around and we did the right thing and restocked the store. There's G. She's taking an order.
Is that where you normally work? That's where you usually ring people up?
That is my workstation on the weekends, yes.
It's a very nice store. It's well decorated. Appears to be very clean.
2,000 square feet. We're the only ones allowed in here. Normally, when I'm here, I'll normally have a mask on. But obviously, I jumped out. It'd be hard to hear me. So we decided. But this is what we kind of do. I kind of hang here. The guys are on the counter. They got orders that come in, and when the orders come in, they'll flip them over and be like, "Moss, can you get me this? Moss, can you get me that?" Oh, Mike, this is something. Do you like truffle?
I like when I go to restaurants and they give truffle sauces and truffle things. Yeah.
I was speaking to the boar's head rep, and look what I brought in.
I like how you're now bringing in product. Are you running the place? Is this your way of telling us that you're taking over?
Well, you know what it is? I got to tell you the truth. When you're a successful businessman, knowledge is power. Knowledge is what really is important. And I thought this was, obviously Partners is that. I love it. It's my career. But, obviously the fact that we can't have events, I'm there, and manage the phone. We answer the phone. But, it's the volume isn't there as much right now with people booking events. So this was a cool opportunity. And I'm not going to say I'm thankful. But you learn something different. Like
right
for
now,
me, like
we do have some breaking news, though. Does it upset you that your partners are requesting that you go full time into this business and leave your current business?
I mean, if they would, listen, everything is for sale as long as the price is right. I'm good.
Okay, so Joe, you can buy Moss out. The price is right, and he will open a grocery store that he's been dreaming of. So please work with Girardi, work up some papers and numbers, and let's get Moss bought out of this. So,
or maybe I'll go into the IT business with you.
Oh, there we go. How about I have an idea? An IT store where the techs sit in the middle of the Santa Maria and people shop and get to watch techs work on computers. Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be a lot of fun.
Christina, wouldn't you like to buy a fresh mutz while you watch a geek fix a computer?
Oh, is this the fresh? Is this fresh pastrami? Oh, look at that, Mike.
Yeah, where's your mask, Moss?
He's just breathing all over all proc.
What
is that? Is that a steak?
That is the best pastrami on the South Shore of Staten Island. Homemade pastrami.
So they make pastrami, and then what does he do with it? He makes sandwiches. Like you can order a pastrami sandwich.
If you want, you can order pastrami sandwiches. I will expedite the order and put you to the front of the line. Oh, Cosmo wants. Oh, for who? Mike wants to know how good the pastrami is. What? Oh shit! Mike's not a regular customer. You can't jump the line. You go to Pasodes, he says.
Don't worry. I promise. After this, once we are past the pandemic, I will begin coming to Montalbanos. The only fear I have of Montalbanos is you have a worker who's wandering around without a mask. So I have to be true to my core.
Hold on. See this? I've created a 6-foot barrier with stanchions.
Joe Russo, I hope you're here. Please note that Pro Show equipment is now being used at Montalbanos.
No. Pro Show equipment is at 4401. This is Partners in Sound rope and stanchion.
Now, do you have to ask permission? Do you sign out paperwork, or you just take whatever you want?
No, we just took it out of the shop because we needed it. And, in life or death matters. You need to, say less, do more, in the words of Frank Provenzano.
Joe Russo says it looks very classy in there.
It is. I'm going to start charging people at the door like I did at Silo.
Why don't you throw a DJ?
We should put a DJ in here.
Why don't you do... Now, here's the thing. People do curbside pickup all weekend, right?
Yes.
Why don't you put a DJ and a hot dog guy outside, and as people come, they get their item, a hot...
We would like to respect social distancing and not create an event.
How is that an event? You're just playing some music as people are coming by. You're giving them a little entertainment. Is that against the law? Because
we're Partners in Sound, and we don't just play music. We entertain people, and we make them dance.
No. Red carpet, too. Doesn't every San Maria have a red carpet? I feel like every one of them has the red carpet.
So, Mike, there's a big question here.
Yes.
I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna ask you right now.
Yes.
Which is the better hot dog?
In my opinion, I'm gonna be completely honest. I've never had the Thumins? So I would say Sabret, but I've never had that.
Thumins is the best kept secret. It is an amazing hot dog. It's actually funny. We ran out of Sabret, so the guy brought us Thumins, and I'm like, what the hell is this ugly package? They actually snap when you eat them.
Really? And they're good?
They are amazing. Maybe if you hit me off, I'll bring home a pastrami sandwich and a pack of Thumins.
Very nice. Pastrami. So, who would I consider have the best pastrami?
Cats in the pastrami business. I would assume you would go to the
Harold's is very good as well.
Harold's is very good, but I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to order a couple of pastrami sandwiches, I'll expedite the order. I'll let you know what time and you can send Jimbo here to pick them up.
Oh, they don't get delivered?
You know what?
I call Dave. I have Dave do it. He works for us.
Dave would do it for you.
Does he only do pastrami on Fridays? Or does he do it every day?
Every day.
He does?
Every day.
I will definitely have to, he's on the phone. Who's he speaking with? Is he taking an order? Is this a live look at an order?
It's a live look at an order.
Carnegie Deli. Are they closed?
Carnegie's very good. I don't know. Golden's have
I think they closed down, didn't they? I remember one of the big ones. Or did Cats close down?
Gee, I'm live on my TV show.
Actually, this would be my TV show. Let's just be honest.
What is with you guys?
I have my own TV show, 10, 3, and 10.
All right, we have a special guest. Let me bring him in. Let me get his intro played. I don't
Todd,
have an intro for you, so I gotta use someone else.
You know what? I was like, oh, I guess Todd's coming on. Moss, what are you doing out there, bearing the elements and everything that's going on? How are you, sir?
You know what it is? I'm willing to put my life on the line for the community.
You know what? I appreciate that, Moss.
Let's be honest, Tom. He's putting the community's life on the line as he breathes on all the product. Let's just be
You know
real.
what? I agree, but Moss, look what I've done for you. I've created a special product from Down to the Felt just for you. So I'm gonna get one of these shipped right away. It's coming from Cheech. He's working diligently. Mike, do you have that for him?
I'm working. I'm downloading it right now.
I'm still waiting for Cheech to send me the photo of like the No Di Balazzo shirts and magnets. I paid for them. I contributed to the Joe Borelli campaign, and I never got them.
You got to talk to the powers that be. That's Anthony Rappucciolo. He's the one that'll make sure you get what you need from Cheech.
You can't trust Rappucciolos.
Here we go. It's uploading right now.
All right, no problem. How's everything going with everybody out there? There it is. Moss, this is for you. Check it out. I'm sending you one of these for you, Dave. I got you.
I would see. You know what Moss would do? He would wear that, but he'd probably cut the hole around his mouth open
for a cigarette.
Feeding the purpose.
For a cigarette, perfect.
How often do you smoke? You don't smoke a lot, right?
Me?
No.
Like, do you smoke? How many cigarettes do you smoke a day?
Our stay-at-home ball remixed. We've added performances.
2 to 3, maybe.
Yeah, he's paying no attention.
There you go.
How long has that pack lasted you?
I need more. Yeah, I put them home.
More
I
license?
opened up that pack on Monday.
Yeah, so you smoke a few a day.
I smoked 7 cigarettes. I smoked 7 in 4 days. I'm an average of 2 a day.
Do you smoke mainly when you drink? Stress?
Yeah,
or...
I'm a total social smoker. Like, I won't go outside and have a cigarette now. There's no way.
Right. Now, did you ever smoke more? Like, is this like you being down, or
No,
I've always
been a couple of, like, 1 a day, 2 a day. It's more like a social thing.
Tom, you smoke?
No, not at all. None of that.
Christina, how much do you smoke? How many packs a day? You up to 2?
Oh wow, she doesn't want to say that's how many there are. Is that how much you're smoking?
I would say, realistically, I buy a pack of cigarettes a day, but I wind up having extra every night. You know, so I'm not smoking a full pack. I probably smoke like 10 to 12 a day.
So let's talk
so you're
about
averaging like 6 packs a week. You get away with the free one on Sunday from all the leftovers.
Yeah, the way it is, probably 5 or 6 a week. I definitely don't buy one every single day, you know, but most days.
Okay, first off, this is the George. Who would? It's not a real news site. They've already said that cigarettes do not lower the risk of coronavirus, and this is how fake shit is spread around the internet. Futurism.com. Yeah. This is a news source we're going by.
I trust George over you. He's in PR.
Oh, he's in PR. Well,
oh my
typically,
God.
I would not trust the people in PR.
What?
Bloomy, I have a girl for you that
important.
she has a peer review site. I think you would love that site, that you could see all experts review whatever facts come out. She said nothing on Facebook is real. Stop spreading memes.
Tom, I need to ask a very serious question.
Yes, I'm here. That looks delicious.
Moss, give him a high five.
I did my part. So, Cosmo, respectfully.
Respectfully.
Love how the camera's right now.
You ready? How do you best describe Anthony Rappucciolo in 5 words?
Never pull anybody back. Can't trust him.
Oh my God.
A couple of things, you know.
So you can't. He never calls anyone back. You can't trust him. What else?
Does he do your marketing work, Cosmo?
No, I would never trust him in my whole life to do that. Probably if you give it to him now, you get it done in 10 years.
So he said he would never trust him in his whole life, and if he gave it to him now, he'd get it back in 10 years.
I love how Anthony Precision is going to get no work after all you do is bagmouth him on your show.
Oh, you heard that? Did you guys hear that?
No, wait. Something about Anthony Girardi.
He does?
Say it again.
I do trust him. Not Moss and not Anthony.
Oh, he said he doesn't trust you either, Moss.
He doesn't trust Rappachulo, but he trusts Anthony Girardi.
I would too. And he does life insurance. So anybody in this time of need, reach out to Anthony Girardi. I think he's still doing life insurance. And right, Mas?
Does
I'm
a
pretty
lot.
sure.
He's got emails. He's got emails. Partners in Sound, Pro Show, What is it? USA Life or something?
Yeah, I mean this is the time for it. If you don't have life insurance, protect it. Look at the cheese. This is what Mas goes. This is why Mas goes there every day. There's so much cheese in that store. He just picks out his daily selection.
Mas, can you borrow that cheese and go drop that off at Todd's house before the midday show?
Oh my God, Cosmo! Hold on. How much is this a pound? No, I don't want to know our cost. We're live on TV. What you got to? All right, so guys, it's $10.99.
We buy it for 12 cents. We sell it for $10.
It's $10.99 a pound, and it is. How many pounds is this? Oh my God!
Is that an entire wheel of cheese?
Yeah. Cos, how many pounds is this?
Let's see how much money it would take to make Todd Bavona eat an entire wheel of cheese.
You ready?
Mike,
Like 60. It's a 55-pound wheel at $10 a pound for $550. Could we give a discount if we sell the whole wheel right now?
No, we don't need. He's not going to eat it. We just borrow it and put it outside his door.
You can't return food.
We should make the STK people deliver it. We'll tell them it's here. I'll put that in the box instead of the steak, and then when he opens it up, he'll see the cheese.
I wouldn't even be mad. I'd be quite impressed with him eating an entire wheel of cheese.
I mean, respectfully, we could just do this. Pecorino, Parmigiano, Gouda, Asiago, Provolone.
I feel like he keeps covering his speaker with
he does. He doesn't know how to use it.
That's why he needs Techie Geek. You got to tell him, don't put your
every time you cover your microphone so you get really low.
Really? So
Yeah, now you're good.
Oh, you must be like covering your microphone.
So here's why I like the big cheese, because A, that cheese is taller than Todd. B, Todd will, if you put that in front of his door, he's so afraid of cheese, he won't be able to leave his house. And he won't be able to pick it up and move it.
Or maybe we can take one of these.
What's that?
We can sprinkle it. Pecorino Romano.
It's Pecorino Romano. My wife makes me pick that up in bulk when I head out to re-up the supplies.
We have a good question for the stock boy. Is the cheese stocked in alphabetical order?
No, we store cheese by its hardness in the case determined by temperature. The softer the cheese, the cooler it has to stay. The harder the cheese, the warmer it can stay. Because there's different parts of the refrigeration.
In the refrigeration. He heard him talking about him. Now he shows up. What's up?
Good morning.
Did you hear us talking about you? Were your ears ringing?
No, I just I settled with my dog and now we're on a walk.
We're delivering this to your house today. Are you excited?
Is that coffee?
It's a wheel of cheese.
Deliver it to him.
Oh, come on. That's disgusting. Disgrazia. Tom Bannis is on. Oh my goodness.
He's replaced you.
I've taken over your intro video. That's what I've learned because it came on. I thought they were bringing you on, and I showed up.
There he is, Tom Bannis, ladies. Tom, good morning. How are you, buddy?
He really does have like a great voice. He's like the Mike Rowe of Staten Island.
You said that right.
I know it's true. He does. It's just like it's very soothing. He talks, and I get all butterflies in my belly, and I'm just very happy.
Jesus.
That I
What happens when you keep going south? Something else?
Yeah, look, even when you talk, you're the only person that makes Christina smile on this show.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, wow. Impressive feat, my friend.
Anything, I would
don't hold it back.
Dogs.
How about I did yoga today for the first time? My wife does yoga every day. I did it this morning. It was incredible. I think I'm going to have to do that every day now.
Really?
So, it was so relaxing.
Sure. Once you get started doing yoga, like you get in a good flow, it's such an amazing feeling. You never realize it until you started.
Yeah, I didn't realize how unflexible I am. Look, Mike's doing it. Give us a little downward dog, buddy.
Todd, eat me. Todd.
How do you do that? Don't you have to like lift your leg?
I'm not eating no ricotta.
Store
hate
from a
ricotta.
back in that, Mike.
What?
Got into that move.
Ricotta, get out of here.
How my
You don't
legs?
eat
You're gonna
any,
hurt yourself.
You don't eat any cheese, Todd? None?
No, I'll do cheese pizza. I'll do chicken parm.
Okay, so mozzarella.
Yeah, pretty much. If you put a slice of mutz on like a grilled chicken sandwich with lettuce, tomatoes, and peppers, I'll do that. But yeah, if you gave me like slices of cheese or cheese fries or cheese on anything else, bacon, egg, and cheese, can't do it.
Really?
Where in Moscow? Is he discussing the cost of product?
He's negotiating. He's negotiating for this wheel of cheese. Let him do what he does.
Look,
do what he does.
Let us borrow the cheese. We're just gonna block that. If that cheese was outside your door, would you be stuck inside?
Todd, here's a real question.
Yeah, would you move it?
I don't know. I'll move it. I can touch it. That's fine. But I'm not gonna sniff it. I'm not gonna open it.
I'll tell you what. I have
How much
an idea.
money? How much money? There's a price on everything. How much money to eat an entire wheel of cheese? If we start a GoFundMe and say we raised $100,000, $1 million, would you eat an entire wheel of cheese?
I would eat honey and peanut butter for $100 million. You can't do that.
Wait. Mike,
Look at his picture.
this is the beginning of negotiations. If he says yes to $1 million, we start at zero. We meet somewhere where it works.
Look at Moss's picture.
City MD.
I would do it for $120,000.
Really? So you're telling me we raise $5,000? You won't eat a wheel of cheese?
Everyone, time. I think he thinks he's muting. Hold on. I think he's muting.
I got there 9. 9, I was out by 10. There was 6 people outside. There was probably another 5 or 6 inside. What?
I think he's talking about the blue oyster.
He's talking about the antibody, I think. The antibody testing. All right, Todd. For $500 to the charity of your choice, if Massimo was to deliver a cheese platter with all different cheeses, would you eat the whole complete cheese platter?
Mike, I'll give him the $500. He deserves $500 for doing something he truly doesn't like. That's work. That's the definition of work. Doing something you don't necessarily want to do.
We'll assemble $500.
No, whoa! I didn't say yes to $500. You disgraziados. First of all,
we're negotiating, Todd.
I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna get sick. I'm gonna throw up. It's gonna be an ugly scene.
All right, for $500, I will eat peanut butter. Would anybody like that offer? I'll eat a whole peanut butter and jelly sandwich and put honey on it.
We're gonna
I've
start
already
these.
seen you eat peanut butter live.
Oh, it's on tape already.
Yeah, it's already done. You did it. I don't want to see you do it again. And
so you hate cheese. I was willing to do that for free. You're telling me you hate cheese that much more that you can't do it for $500.
Because you're asking me to do a whole cheese platter. That's absolutely
I'll eat every peanut butter you give me. Creamy, chunky.
I love cheese. I can't eat a whole
I'll match it.
A lot of cheese.
You see that? Might as well match it. Now you're at $1,000, Todd.
There's brie, there's blue cheese, there's a bunch of different types of cheese. Like
I don't like those cheeses
smells
either.
really
Brie and
bad.
blue
Like,
cheese is nasty.
There are certain cheeses that I can't even smell them. I start gagging at the smell of them.
Most cheeses are disgusting. Mozzarella is delicious.
Yeah, mozzarella's not on the list of cheeses he could eat. He loves that cheese already.
Chagga.
What, Moss?
What cheese do you hate the most?
I think it's the blue, like that crumbled blue. I think it is. It's
Blue
the one
cheese.
that they put on like salads or like they
Blue
just
cheese.
kind of mix it in there. Hold on, my dog's pooping.
Oh, can we watch? Come on, just
My
go
wife-
ahead.
My wife just said, Todd, nobody could eat blue cheese straight. You can't make him do that. That's what she told me. I can't make
Blue
you eat
cheese
blue
is disgusting. I don't like blue cheese.
What about
I don't really like
most?
most cheeses.
I hate blue cheese. Ugh.
It's good with
But I
chicken
love-
wings when you eat.
Not if you're a man, you eat the chicken wings without any sauce. No matter how hot it is, you just do.
You know what? I'm plant-based right now, but I would do a hot wing challenge for enough money. I feel like that
What?
would be.
Plant-based. You should hook up with Anthony Girardi. He's plant-based.
I told you, I'm with that. I'm with that movement.
You should go on that show. What's
While
that?
you're running around, Moss, if you're doing deliveries, I'll take something from Earth Love Cafe. As long as you're out there
What
doing
are
the deliveries.
delivers?
my side to the North Shore.
Love Earth will deliver. Make the order a decent amount. Text Gerardi, or just order like a day or two's worth and just put it in the fridge or the freezer.
All right, sounds like a plan. I think that's a
We can
solid
use the
idea.
business.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not against it. 100%. I will do that.
Gene, you wanna
I
come
reached
live on
out
my
to
show?
Girardi the other day to see how he's doing.
Want to come live on my show?
My show.
This is his show. It's Moss in the morning.
Moss is only-
He's like a reporter on the street.
He is.
All right, where is Montalbano's in Rossville? Are they in a shopping center or are they standalone?
one Gutton place.
But are they on there? Are they the only store there, or are there other stores?
So they're actually part of it used to be a school back in the day, and then they cut it up a little bit. So it used to be like back in the day it was Seatown.
Like if you go outside though, are there other people there, or it's only the Montalbano people?
Good talk to you out there.
Todd, did you have to just pick up duty? Did you just pick up dog duty? You're a good man. You are a good man.
All right, wait.
And these are special bags too.
Wait. So cheese is off limit. What
No,
about...
I'm not going to eat dog shit.
There's no number on dog shit. Come on, Todd. $1 million. You don't eat dog shit. Let's be real. Don't say no. I won't. Say you can't pay me enough.
Joe Russo, Mike, you lost the show. Apparently, Moss is taking over. It's now breakfast with Moss.
I think you could pay me a meal or so for eating dog shit.
There's a number on
Wait, what movie was that where he had to eat the dog shit to get the ring? Was that the Wedding Crashers or?
Oh no! Yeah, he had to lick the white dog poop.
No, American Pie, right? American Wedding. Did he have to get he had to go through? Yeah.
Yeah, Stifler.
Stiffmeister. Those are my favorite movies. I could watch every one of them over and over.
Stifler's mom.
She's a MILF. Wasn't there like a gilf in the lady
Hey,
movies? What's that?
He likes mozzarella. He'll eat that whole bag.
See, no, I can't eat the bag. Like, if you melt that and put it on
$100 for that bag of mozzarella, you wouldn't eat. You could melt it.
Oh, because then it's just melted cheese. That's gross. I need it with like chicken parm or on a pizza or I gotta throw it in the
bag. You melt it.
Yeah.
Put it in a sandwich.
Polio is a great mozzarella for like chicken parm and those types of things. But if like fresh mozzarella is the best. It doesn't really melt well on like chicken parm and stuff when you do it at home. But the other one that's good is what's the one Moss that comes that's long and skinny that you can get at like Costco and they sell it at the Santa. Nicole would know. I'll find out. It's a
fresh mozzarella. Number one, Mike. Let me correct you. Cheese doesn't melt; it opens. The proper terminology. Joe Russo, correct me if I'm wrong. The cheese, when it reaches the proper terminology, it opens. Oh, you want to talk to Joe Russo? He's a guest.
No, you're a good guy. I feel bad for you.
Cosmo says Joe Russo is a good guy and he feels bad for him.
Oh, Bella Gioso. Bella Gioso.
Bella Gioso? What about Bella Gioso?
They make a good, like, sliced, ready-to-serve mozzarella. Like,
so Mike Bloomy is saying that Bella Gioso makes better cheese than you, Cos.
No, I did not say that.
I want to tell you something. If you Bella Gioso, when you cook with it, they turn yellow. And
wow.
What?
You know that, Mom, because you saw it before. You had a sample of curd.
Listen, Mike, you're done.
What?
You better.
Did
we lose him?
Yeah, we lost him. That's great. So it is a good brand. Like I would say, like fresh mozzarella from the store, my favorite to eat, cut up, just eat. Right? Polio is good to cook on items, pizzas, English muffin pizzas. If I'm eating something and I can't get the fresh mozzarella, the Bella Gioso is probably my next favorite. Like to just eat, cook, and it has a delicious flavor. They make a good burrata. I've never had that. I have to try that.
Giovanni's has a really good burrata too.
What's up? You got thrown out because you mentioned Bella Gioso. They threw you out. We hear you. Can you hear me
now?
But you can't. I can't. You can hear me.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't hear you guys.
No.
Reason being is I took a phone call. I'm going to leave and come right back.
Okay.
All right, boss. I'll see you a little bit.
Should we let him back?
Oh, sure.
Why not?
Specialty. Oh, Bella Gioso cheese, black truffle burrata.
Joe, that sounds really good. Joe,
Just
your cooking show was excellent the other day, by the way. I tuned into that. I watched it.
You like cheese, right? You like mozzarella, Christina? You ever have the Bella Giosso?
Probably.
Hold on. As soon as you see the pack, you would know what it is. So,
I've had most mozzarella, so probably.
Most mozzarellas.
Todd, did you
most
see
of the
the?
Go ahead, Tom.
that one.
Yeah, I've had that.
Listen, did you see Tommy's unboxing of that?
How many dollars you give me?
Of the
Yeah,
Thanos set?
Hold on.
He unboxed it and then he
Live
brought it
looking,
on
guys.
Gotham After Dark.
It was awesome. The unboxing.
Yeah, it was really cool.
You're live on the show, Dave. You're live. It's a little delayed.
There's a delay, Dave.
He's not going to see the delay.
Or delivery one?
That's way within 6. Hello.
Could somebody tell him that's not how you use a mask?
Yeah, that's not how you wear the mask, Dave.
Look at Dave. He's got the little wig going on his car.
All right. Why are we giving his license plate number out?
Yeah,
Now the
whatever.
people going to go steal his car.
Yeah, whatever. Probably do him a favor. He's unemployed.
He's employed by Gotham Trading Productions and Techie.
Oh, look at the 2 bottom guys are roaming around randomly.
And the 3 top are socially distancing.
We brought viewership to your show.
Did you?
We
Oh,
did.
Brandon Brago. That's too much, Dave. Apparently, Dave. Is Dave the delivery guy? Yes, he is.
Come on.
I don't know.
Does Dave deliver Montalbanos to Long Island to Joe Russo?
Long Island.
Well, listen, we here, Dave and I, we see respect the box. Box is 4 foot, all right? Respect the box.
It's 6 foot.
See, Dave and I, we love our friend Cosmo, so we come here and we donate our time to help him, in time of need. So Cosmo needed something picked up. Dave was floating around. He couldn't leave, so he texted Dave. Well, we know you don't float, Dave.
Is that the building that was where the slot cars were?
Yes, that was the slot
Upstairs,
cars used to be
right?
upstairs.
It was up there,
That was
yeah.
where the slot cars were. Yeah. Yep.
It used to go in from like a side entrance, right? With steps, like used to go up in and then like up steps.
Wasn't that a kid zone at one point too?
What was
memory,
it?
Mike, good memory.
A school?
Kid
It
zone or
used to be
something?
a school
Yeah.
before it was Seatown. I don't know what it was. I don't know what school it was. So, and that's it.
And that's it. That's what we got. That's what we got going on over here, Montalban.
All right.
So, are you spending the rest of your? Okay, what's the serial number of that? So the person that gets it, we can contact trace them.
They're gonna
You know
wipe
you-
it down.
We need to start giving something away every time. We got to see if we
people
can.
like you,
pick up
Yeah, can we
collection.
raffle that thing of cookies off to one of our
And
viewers?
then Moss delivers it. Porch
no
delivers
problem.
it.
Raffle it off.
All right,
That's
so
smart.
give a
Cosmo will never
question.
know.
Let's get some comments, and then you'll deliver it to their porch.
As long as it's within the zip code 10309.
Hey,
Okay.
yo.
You know what, Dave? Dave, Todd won't. We wanted to give the cheese. It's $550. We were willing to split it and deliver it to Todd, but Todd won't eat it.
Todd, how much? He didn't say he won't. He said he will. He just it's a number that we're negotiating.
Numbers
on. We're
game. Yeah,
negotiating.
numbers game.
It's a numbers game. You know how to negotiate.
$1,000.
$1,000, Todd. If we raise $1,000, you eat that wheel of cheese.
Ugh, no, I can't do a whole wheel. That's
1,000 cash. I'll Venmo it.
I'm
You're
gonna
being
make later
That's
today.
gross,
I'm
man.
gonna make a cheese basket of all the cheese in the store and deliver it to Todd's house.
That's what I said. I think for $1,000, he eats a cheese basket.
Oh no! Now you're talking all different types and shit that Moss is gonna throw in there. No.
Does your
no.
wife like cheese?
5,000, Todd.
Yes.
$5,000. You eat the wheel of cheese.
Who's fronting the $5,000 to him?
Hold on. We're gonna start that. We're gonna start that fund. But hold on. First,
Go fund me. Watch Gotham. Oh wait, I'm sorry. It's not even
You know what's
Gotham
funny?
anymore. It's
People-
New Asgard
people-
Hey,
Productions.
Mike,
$8 at a
Mike, I
time.
think it's only appropriate. You want to have our own show tonight? The Bloomy did Donna after dark. Bloomy did Donna and Bannis. It's like a law firm.
Can we do it at 11? Can we do it late?
We can do it whatever time you want.
I'll do it late
DDB.
because then if like I'm fine doing it late, like I'm not rushing Nicole the bag. Like I don't want to have to give Nicole a box of wine and turkey to get on the show.
You have
Like
steak time.
Seinfeld.
How was those Dutch?
Who's he talking to now?
Do
Look
an
at that.
11 p.m. show.
Whole wheel of cheese, $5,000. Joe agrees with me. We could raise the funds. I'm giving away $500 tonight to play poker online. We could raise $5,000.
Now let me ask you a question: if I drive in my car and go over the bridge, I could play
totally for free, and you have a chance at winning the $500 I'm giving away. So, true story. I have people that do that already from Staten Island.
We could socially distance if you come to my place, Mike. You could go. You could go on my trusty Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I have players that live on Staten Island that are driving to my players in New Jersey's houses, but they're not going in the house. They're
All right,
sitting
guys,
in the
I got to zone out.
using the Wi-Fi.
It's Joe Russo. It's the Big Z's birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday, Joe! Joe said if we go on late, he'll join us tonight.
It's Frankie Russo. It's Frankie Pro's birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday!
Wait, whose birthday is it? Is it Joe Russo or Frank?
Frank Prostro. Frankie Prostro.
Frank Salvini and Joe.
That's your next guest.
I'm toning out. We'll see you guys at 3.
Wait, we like to say goodbye to Cosmo. We want to be polite.
Yeah, bye, Cosmo.
I want to say goodbye to you.
Show his face. I don't want to see your face.
Cosmo's wearing a mask. He's using gloves. He's being conscious.
Guys, have a good day.
Hey, Cosmo. Take it easy.
Tell us how you really feel about Massimo.
Tell us how you really feel about Massimo.
Keep down. He's really a good guy.
Do you really want him in the store, or do you want him to leave?
No, I really want him here.
What?
I'm cheap labor.
Free.
He beats me in Fresh Mozzarella.
Does he throw it to you like at his aquarium? Does he just truck it?
Like a seal.
Love you guys. See you at 3.
See you later.
Have a good one.
Oh my! Wait, who? Oh my God! What is this? We have I gotta make him an intro now if he's gonna keep coming on. I love how you always come on with like 4 minutes left.
How
are you?
Is that 3 shows in a row?
That is Midday, Gotham, and he's now like a regular.
That's it.
It's an honor to have you again, Jim.
Check my Wi-Fi.
No, Joe Russo said that we couldn't see Cosmo's lips. He was throwing his voice.
When he said he wants him there every day.
Jimmy.
What's up?
How did you survive the funeral home? That went okay?
Yeah, it was good. It was all right. I mean, they're packed in that little office. I don't know what they were doing. They're not. I mean,
they're essential. They got to be there.
6. I mean, but they could spread out. They're all in that little room.
Yeah. You know what's sick is that I was talking to somebody that's an expert in the field and like with statistics, and she was saying that they don't even know what the post-mortem spread is, so they don't know if you can still transmit it post-mortem. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can get it from a dead body.
Good news. You weren't even close to anybody.
Well, I mean, that's putting. I mean, that's to the limit. You're in a funeral home, so I mean.
Did you? Oh, Michelle said she was going to give you a painter's suit to wear. Did you wear a painter's suit?
No.
That
didn't smell funny in there. It was a funny smell.
Jimmy's not in a car. Yeah, no. This is the 3rd show we have Jimmy not even in a car. We finally got him bunkered down. Next thing you know, by next week, he's going to have a microphone dangling in front of him, a boom mic, green screen.
Oh, now I know who Jimmy is. Jimmy is the famous Jimmy. Your Jimmy that does everything for Techie Geek.
There you go.
Feet on the street. Got it.
Yeah, okay, great. So sorry, Jimmy has luckily now entered his basement, but good news.
Let's see if we're working well.
Look at him. This is great.
Good TV. This is good content.
Anyway, we can get donuts delivered.
We need to get Jimmy a tech guy so we can make sure it doesn't freeze up like this on stream.
Nicole wants.
Is he frozen? Really?
He's frozen right now.
Does Country Donuts deliver donuts, please?
Moss will deliver donuts. Tell him.
Jimmy.
He'll drop them on your step.
Jimmy, I have to leave my house. Adrian wants donuts.
Where you going?
I have to go country, I guess.
No, you don't have to say yes every time she wants something.
Yeah,
my daughter wants something. I gotta go get it for her.
You're insane. Right. My dad would have said no. Sorry.
Nicole yelled at me yesterday, Jimmy.
Why is that?
Because
Shocking.
I said to Nicole, I was like, Jimmy's really concerned about going to a funeral home. It's not that bad. She goes, you won't leave the house. She's like, really? You're judging Jimmy?
I don't think I've seen you walk to your mailbox.
I get the mail. I spray it with disinfectant. Yeah, I get them out.
Mm.
But I rip it open like it's like me. I go in the house, I rip around, I dump the mail. I only open things that were postmarked 3 days prior. So, and if it's been postmarked earlier, I put it somewhere else and let it disinfect a little.
You're sick.
I let it sit for multi-days too. I do. I spray it with Lysol and let it sit at the bottom of the step. It has a 2-day wait time before it comes upstairs.
Here's the problem, though. I'm getting checks, and I'm wiping them. I'm wiping them with Lysol. And as you wipe a check with Lysol, all of a sudden it starts to fold and discolor. I'm like, oh no! I'm like,
I sprayed an envelope of cash with Lysol the other day.
Nicole, would you like me to send you a link so you could tell everyone how I almost broke your foot yesterday? Disinfecting products. I think it was butter. So we got Costco and from Instacart. Now I'm gonna tell you, they were really good. He opened the pack of butter and they dump them out like a psycho. So here's what I like about Costco, right? My food delivery, I wipe everything down with disinfecting. Jimmy gets to witness this from his porch, right? Every time I'm outside, Jimmy, what am I doing? Disinfecting product.
Yeah, disinfecting shit, yeah.
So the Costco, it's so many bulky, it comes with a plastic layer. So rather than disinfect it, you could break it open and get the product from inside that hasn't been contaminated. So they have the butter and it comes like sealed in the plastic. So I like cracked it. And the butter shot out and landed like right by Nicole's foot. She's like, what the fuck? You're going to break my foot. I ain't going to the hospital. Then I was opening the breadcrumbs. They were falling. But it's really good, though, because you don't have to disinfect everything because you just basically open it and let the products fall and that's it. And then wash your hands. So,
Todd is missing the cuddle your dog segment. He's leaving his dog on the floor for this. I don't know why.
Fucking dog, heavy.
Oh, yeah. What is this? There's old dogs. Where's my dog? Angelo?
Where? Who's dog?
My dog never comes down.
I don't have a dog. I'm dogless. Otherwise, I would cuddle a dog.
Where's my dog's butt?
Your dog's social distancing from you, Todd. You stay as far away as possible.
Is that the dog? Is that Christina? Is that the one that ate the headphones?
No, he just jumped off my bed, actually. He'll be back in a second.
Well, you have 2 or 3 now. 3?
I have 3 that actually live in this house, but collectively, as like a family dog situation, we have 7.
Wow.
That's a bit.
But they're all little, except for my sister's dog, who is a puppy German Shepherd.
That's a bit much, no? But what of the worker who packed it was infected? So that's the whole thing, Joe. The worker, like, I wash my hands, like I won't touch any of the clean products. So imagine, hold on, let me, I'll look later for midday and see if I have any ring footage of me doing this. But if it comes in a plastic and you break it open, you don't touch the clean. I hold the dirty and I dump it out. And then Nicole, who hasn't touched anything, is clean. She moves the clean product, and I just keep dealing with the outside potentially contaminated product. Then I wash my hands. And I washed my hands probably 4 times, 30 seconds each. And that's why my hands, if you look, are completely dry and
ashy. You getting ashy?
Oh, it's so bad. But I've been using some lotion, banana boat lotion at night. The good lotion Christina gave me is in my office. It's pretty bad when Christina, like the first week working for me, is like, your hands look terrible. And the next week brings in like lotion. Use this.
Yeah, I bought him like Clinique hand lotion because it was like the middle of January, like brutal cold, and his hands were all crusty, like cold.
You know what we've started doing too over here? We've started heating, like preheating the oven. So when the food arrives on delivery, we put it in there for X amount of time at a
in
super
the box?
high heat.
Oh, you mean the if you order food?
Metal trays, bang, goes right in. Everything, all metal trays go in, they get done. Or if we order pizza, which I had to get at least pizza, actually. I went out because I want to support them. It's excellent, and they just reopened yesterday on Staten Island.
Right,
so
and then you said they have like a little window?
Yeah, you don't even go inside the store. You 6 feet distance line. Everybody's wearing a mask. You get up to the front of the line. You pay one window. You take the food from the other, and you keep it moving. Right. And different people touching everything. They're doing a good job with it.
It's good. The most strenuous time of my day is the delivery of food products. So Nicole and I never fight except when we get food deliveries or like food. So yesterday, Oriental Plaza we had delivered, which was excellent. But I don't eat out of the containers. We move everything into different containers, like fully. So I don't know what it is, but Nicole just doesn't get the concept of how easy it is to scoop out stuff. Mike puts the peaks on a spatula outside. And that is true. I don't want the pizza boxing side.
Is that a true story? You do that?
Oh yeah,
Good
we
for
have
you.
a huge spatula and I move it on the trays. But like, it's just me and Nicole are in sync with everything except the moving of food into new trays. So yesterday she's scooping her chicken with broccoli. Broccoli's falling on the floor. I'm like, how do you even do this? You can't. And then she's like, do it yourself. And we start screaming back and forth. He's to the extreme. I'm keeping you safe. You know what? Fine. I'm leaving the house.
I give you so much credit, like, because if that was my man, I would have been like, do it yourself. Like, good. I can't do this. Do it just.
It's from China.
Shit, man.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep my family safe. So if you want, Nicole, I'm heading out today. I got things to do. I'm going to hang out. Me and Jimmy are going to go Country Donuts, get a bacon, egg, and cheese. We're going to go visit Todd. I'm going to go see Moss. Oh, you went? Are you going back there today, Jimmy, at any point? If I buy you a coffee, will you go back and get me donuts?
Well, I got to do a lot of running around today, right?
Oh, that's right. You want to pick up donuts before you come pick up your steak later?
What time are you expecting the steak?
1 o'clock. 1 to 3, yeah.
1 to 3.
I hope you are broadcasting that. I think that's a good broadcast.
My guys said they don't want to do it like cook it live, but what we're gonna have them do is
send in video clips,
take pictures and video clips, and then we're gonna put together a montage.
That'll be cool.
There's a montage.
The logo.
Are you excited for your STK?
Yeah, I'm pumped.
Yeah.
What are you playing with? What USB cable is that?
When we watched it the other day, my wife said she misses a good steak. That's the one thing we haven't had is steak since January.
What'd you say, Jimmy? We've had a lot of steak.
Are you gonna like broil it, or are you just gonna put it in the oven?
Boil what?
Broil the steak. I mean,
no, I'm gonna cook it on the barbecue. I'm not doing it today. I'm gonna cook mine tomorrow.
Yeah, I think I'm cooking on the barbecue.
Put it on the barbecue.
Yeah, 70 degrees tomorrow. It's gonna be beautiful this weekend. Everyone will be out. It'll be great. We'll be
good question for Joe Russo. Joe Russo knows how to cook a good. I said Joe Russo knows how to cook a good steak. Because I know it's all about the heat and butter on a steak that makes it so delicious. So you might want to do that.
That's what makes Ruth Chris amazing, right? 500 degrees, and they dip it in butter when they're done. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll cook now that I have so much butter.
Now, what is it going to be? It's going to be a fillet.
It's 2 6-ounce fillets. You have 6 of them though, because Michelle ordered another 4-pack. So you're going to have 6-ounce filet mignons. So 6 ounce, I think, is right. The size is this 3 ounce or is this 6 ounce?
That's probably a 6 ounce.
They say your hand is something. It might be 6 ounce.
Your hand is usually 4 ounces. It's about.
Okay.
I have a bigger hand. I have a huge hand. There's no way we have the same ounces in steak on hand.
Yeah, a man's palm is technically 4 ounces.
I usually have the Beast measure mine for 4 ounces from Beauty and the Beast. I love how all Disney characters, right? When the girl holds the hand, it's like it's like barely fixing 2 fingers.
Yeah.
That's exactly how me and my wife look. She puts her hand in mine, it barely fits.
Really?
Sets these unrealistic expectations for girls like me who expect giant 6'3" men with beards and giant, everything.
How tall are you?
6'4".
6'4".
Oh, you're tall. We're no longer friends.
Sorry, Todd.
Let's get down to this. Christina, was Tom one of the guys you said there's all the cute guys who end up on the show were always married? Were you talking about Tom?
I was talking about every married man that is on our show.
You go.
She said the only cute guys that come on the show within 5 minutes, there's always a ring, my wife. Our goal by the end of quarantine is to hook her up. Do we have anyone, Tom, that we can hook her up with?
I got a whole team of poker players. We'll make this happen.
No, I can't do the poker players. It's just they don't care about.
They're not strictly poker players.
I'm not a game.
Poker is where I draw the line. If they're gonna gamble the mortgage, I don't want them.
My ex was a poker player, and let's just say no.
Oh man.
Maybe you know him.
There's a very good chance I know him. If they play poker,
very good chance.
Joe sent me a picture of his steak. Hold on, I don't know
Joe,
if that's dirty
I really
or if
want
that's a
Joe's
steak.
opinion on how to cook this steak the best way possible. I know my stove doesn't get hot enough. I need like a high end stove that get like Moss's that goes to X amount of degrees so you could really get that good sear on it. And then it's cooking in butter, but I don't know the exact details.
I do love the red handles. The
Yeah.
red handles are my favorite.
You also have a very nice stove. I'm stepping my stove. I won't even show my stove. I'm stepping my.
Mine's just a regular stove. It's just Samsung. Compared to everyone else on this show. Oh, look, this steak is perfect, but he sent it to my phone, so I don't feel like doing the whole process. But
Look how good that looks.
That looks delicious.
Such a good sear on the outside.
In 1 second, I gotta run my dogs in the yard quick. I'll be right back.
Can we watch?
17.
I don't know if you guys are gonna be here, but whatever.
Okay. And she's
cast iron pan. Look, Sue video. He's giving us some good tips. Cast iron pan. I don't even know if I have one of those.
So yeah, no, Joe's stove was very nice. He had the 6-burner. Like my Samsung, the problem is one of my knobs broke on the Samsung, and then like for like 8 months I've been telling Nicole to call, and she goes, "I'm busy, you call," and so now we just have a broken knob. So I posted that picture, and someone wrote, "What happened to your knob?" I'm like, "Really?" I put a picture of the chicken parm. They're like, "Why is a knob missing?"
Well, they learned from you.
Is ruthless. They
probably learned from me to judge everything, right?
You would definitely do that.
He also is an IT owner. I guess maybe it's just IT owners. We're all assholes. But he wrote like the detail. He wrote, "What happened to your knob?"
Too, Mike. Right?
No, I just know that I was trying to figure out where in the wall we were. That's all that was. Because you redid the basement. I haven't seen since you did it.
Yes,
I like the color you did, a little gray. That was you painted that, right?
Yeah.
And I also think I'm the only person without coffered ceilings. I think Jimbo has coffered ceilings.
No, those are good stuff.
No, I'm in the basement, so the ceilings are low.
It looks good. It looks good. It looks good from this angle.
Hold on.
Yeah, it gives you guys something to look at. So
I usually have a logo floating behind me. I just didn't have. But I wasn't ready for this cast today. So when Mike sent me the wrong link, I was like, "All right, I'll jump on." And I'm like, I'm sitting here by myself.
Yeah, I'm not very good
seeing you on a blank screen.
What's up?
I like seeing you with blank screen. I just get to see your face. It's good.
You like it better? It's
every now and then.
You know what? I owe Mike Bloomfield $150 because I had to turn on a light the other day because my good light that is run on batteries over here died on me mid cast. I just kept getting darker and darker and darker.
I came in. I'm like, I was gonna. I click in. I'm like, what is Tom doing? He's a shadow. Like his guest is there, and you see Tom. It looks like dark. I'm like,
you know what? This is Geek show. Here was my problem. My green screen only works if I only light my face. So when I turn on the main lights, it looks like it's skipping on the projection behind me. How do I fix that?
My green screen didn't even show up, and I emailed the company, and they're like, "Well, we're in the middle of a pandemic." Well, great. On Amazon, don't put that. I'll have it in 4 days. Like
that's my biggest gripe with Amazon. They keep giving you a date. You order it won't show up.
Well, and then the people, it was a third party. They're like, "Well, Amazon's not fulfilling our products anymore, so we have to ship it." I wanted to write back and be like, "Why aren't they fulfilling your products? There's got to be a reason."
There is a reason.
So now I'm like, got to figure out what I do. But I did want that green screen. I'm all set up with lights now. I got a new light up here. I ordered a second one for over here. I got like a whole setup going here, and I need my green screen so I can put myself in Master's house.
Everyone's in production now.
Look at this.
Look at that steak. That does look so good.
Looking good.
So marbleized.
It's a little pink for me, but it's close. I would cook it for maybe another 30 seconds. 45, just to give it get a little of that pink away. I used to like it pink like that, and then I don't like the chew too much. So we could talk about that midday with Moss. There was a couple of weeks where a couple of years ago I forgot how to chew, and I would choke on everything I would eat. I think it was mental. So yes, I had a little mental breakdown and totally forgot how to eat. We could have Nicole come on. She could talk how that was.
Yeah, let's have her come on and make an abuse.
Let people know how psycho I am. Yeah,
How ridiculous are you?
There's some mental stuff.
Yeah, Mike, I don't know if you're ever gonna come, fully back
from this. Yeah, vaccine. I trust science.
I don't think you mentally, I don't think you're ever going to be the same after this.
Yeah, I would. I think so.
Yeah. I hope so.
I will. Remember, I was a really bad hypochondriac, and I'm much better now. So, I'm not even taking this that bad. Like years ago, I would have thought I had Corona probably on a daily basis. In the beginning of this, I thought I had it, and I was taking my temperature constantly and everything, but that passed.
You want full disclosure? I have the worst. I don't portray it usually on camera, but I the worst anxiety lately. It's crazy because
because you're stuck in your house, it's destroying your mental ability.
I don't even think it's that. It's the news, like any of the negative news that hits me. I try to deal with and help people out with, but then it weighs me down, and then it turns around on me. That's one of the reasons why I did yoga today. I was like, let me try and clear my mental space. My wife is usually more anxious than I am, and she's so soothing to me and trying to just let me work it out. It's crazy.
Right.
You know what? This stuff makes it easier. Do you find this stuff makes it easier? I feel like talking to people and engaging.
100%. This is my therapy. Yeah. I keep saying that. This is my chance to come on and just talk and let people out. I'm telling people how mental I am. And guess what? Lots of people are mental. We all have it. The people who seem the most normal are usually the ones who are battling the most. And it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to have these urges. You know what? It's how we are. We're human beings. We're allowed to. Our brains are the most powerful muscles in our body and can make you think and everything. And being confined to a space in a house, no matter how much you love your house, like celebrities are saying they feel like they're in jail and they're in mansions and everything.
15,000 square feet and they feel like they're in jail. Joe Russo said you can't watch the news. I totally agree with that. I don't watch news. Even I had this guest on the other day. She does all fact checking and peer review checks on everything that happens in the news. She writes down every fact and every study they talk about, and then she goes back and figures out which ones are true, which ones are false through peer reviews. It's so crazy. She's like, don't trust everything you hear on the news. Don't trust everything you hear on. She said, trust nothing you see on Facebook. That's a very good.
100%. Oh, Facebook.
So people don't get that.
No.
Yeah, they see a meme and they're like, this is what happened.
Right, and the whole thing is, and it's like this is all science. It's all unknown, right? So one day Fauci is saying we're not going to have a vaccine for 18 months, and then now Fauci is saying, hey, we might actually have one by the end of the year. So, and it's not that he's lying. It's things change. Science changes, right? We are using technology to help speed the process up, to test it out. So there's a good chance we could have a vaccine for January. But guess what? There's also a great chance and a good chance that in 3 months from now, some of this testing shows that there's a major issue. And now we're back at 18 months, Yeah. And the problem is people are not respecting science. And that, to me, that upsets me because science is what we have. And it's science is science. It's true. So here we are. We have 31 states by next week are loosening their stay-at-home orders. With I think it was 18 or 20 of those states are actually still on the rise. So they are not following the CDC guidelines. So, and Trump came out and put CDC guidelines, and now states aren't even following those guidelines, and they're just going to open up. And now you have Fauci saying, well, this could lead for a huge second wave that is even worse than this wave. So,
which is usually what happens.
Isn't it better to just stay closed for an extra 2 weeks and let this wave finish and before you just cause us to get back in our houses in the middle of the summer? And the problem is, there's a great article on Facebook showing me how to change the angle and zoom photos are not social distancing. Of course, it's angles,
all how you manipulate. All how you manipulate. Right. Media has an agenda, especially in our time. And I think this what's great about this type of a forum right here is we're regular people speaking. We're not giving you news. We're not saying this is a fact, but we're telling you we're trying to inform you what we know best, right?
Right. And look, we do have different political views, and it does show you though that, and I'm not saying I'm right, but I'm not saying I'm right. But your political views will change some of your deception, right? And where you get your news source, right?
Absolutely.
But now, and for me, it's just like I find it mind-boggling. And look, some of my best friends do not have the same political views as me, and that's okay. And some of my clients don't have the same political views as me, and that's okay. And I typically don't talk politics because, unfortunately, there are people that they hear you don't like this. That's it. Why would I use him? He don't believe. But you know what? We're all allowed to have our own opinions, and that's what makes the world go round, and that's what makes things be successful. There's people who believe in different things, right? We don't have to have the same religion. It's just how it is. But
Absolutely.
when the president of the United States is out there saying, next week I'm going to Arizona, we're having a rally, and I don't want to see people not sitting 3 seats apart. We're putting them next to each other. That's scary, right? When we're in the middle of a pandemic and we're now saying,
what's the scariest thing to me right now? What's probably the best and worst thing that's happening right now to me is that Georgia opened while they're on the uptick. So they're going to be a test
in another
state.
week. There'll be a real good sample. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? It takes more time than that. People don't realize the amount of lag that it takes to really see statistics.
They said 16 days is the lag.
Yeah. So now we're going to see it. So hopefully we see what's happening with them when they're trying to adjust. We can say, hey, it didn't work for them. We're not opening yet. Or we can say, but I think they're crazy. They went to like a full open. There's a law in state right now. Did you know all about the pause law and the,
No.
There's laws in New York State from Governor Cuomo, and they were read off the other night on the cast by that girl who has all of the statistical facts. And it's saying it is like for Matilda's law is a law named after his mother that was put into effect at the same time. So it's part of PAUSE, PAUSE. So I don't want to mess it up and give you false information in it, but if you look it up, it's very specific on what you're not allowed to do in New York State. So like people that are going out there bucking the system until May 15th, that is against a law. Like certain things are totally against the law, like certain congregations, certain this, certain that. So it's funny that we don't even know what the real laws are because there's such a tremendous amount of information coming at us that we don't even know the laws for our state right now. I didn't know it, and I find myself somewhat informed. And it's not like the news tells you the laws; they tell you what they're pushing, like what agenda is being pushed forward on it.
Right.
So crazy. So crazy.
And then, of course, everyone uses Sweden as the example, right? Well, they get locked down. But guess what? Sweden, if you look at the statistics, they are on a rise.
Yeah.
They are on a rise, and it's early yet, and they're on a rise. And when you look at population, they're close to New York, right? That's the other thing, right? If we open the whole United States, that's a huge numbers, and they say if you did herd immunity here, you were looking at between 2 to 4 million deaths.
Yeah. What's funny is
4 million Americans that would die because of a virus.
What's crazy to me is the same people that have the argument that we can't have the same economical system as Sweden. You can't have that type of thing happen here. We have too many people. Feel exactly the opposite when it comes to healthcare. I differentiate the healthcare of everybody from the politics of everybody. So I think healthcare is a much more prevalent issue. We should all be on the same page in healthcare. You can have whatever political view you want.
Right. We should all be on the same page.
It's all about us living. This isn't about, it's not about anything else.
Yeah, healthcare is unfortunately private, and that's what creates it's a business. And
sorry, guys.
But look, we are on a downward trend. We need to continue this downward trend. We need to wait to get down to the point where we're back towards zero.
One of the facts that
look at Jimmy. Jimmy's like, screw him. I'm going out.
One of the points that gets brought to me was that when this first started to spike, it was on a 1 point. Every person with COVID was infecting about 1.2 people. Right. Right now,
over that. Now it's at point in New York. It's 0.75, I think. Right.
She has the real all the fact check ones. So she was saying 0.8. She's like, for it to truly be effective and it to be into a herd immunity type of thing, you know where we need to be? 0.3 or 0.2. So we're nowhere near it, and that's with us trapped indoors. Now imagine we're not trapped indoors. It's going to reach.
They think it would jump right back up to 2. Like it would get close to 2 to 3.
2's catastrophic.
Yeah, because that's exponential growth.
Yes, and people don't understand that. Just because one person infects one person, but you have to realize once that person's infected, they infect one person, and they infect one person, and it just
bring up that video.
I can. What video? You said that video sucks, so I'll send it to Tom. It talks about exponential growth, and once you start to get an R0 of 2, that's where you just get the hockey stick where it doubles every time, right?
Yeah. You remember when we were kids, people used to be like, I'll give you $1,000 right now to do this for the whole year, or I'll give you a penny today and double it every day.
Right. And then
I'll take exponential growth. A penny was like
$16 million by the end of the year. Yeah. And that's the whole thing was 2 is with the Okay, so New York State is at a 0.8. New York City is at a 0.75. New York Upstate is at a 0.95. So they're actually seeing a higher R naught in upstate than downstate. So they said the city was at 0.75. These were the numbers that Cuomo had did on his thing like last week or earlier this
But
week.
ready? Those numbers. That's why I really want you to have this girl Heather on. She takes those numbers and she fact checks them because they're not always right. She's like, everything you hear is not always right, even on that.
Where did she get her information from?
All right. So what she does, she has a source because she is an epidemiologist, but like by trade before any of this happened. Like she followed Ebola very heavy, and she was like, that should have been our wake up call, but it didn't happen. So she has a master's degree from Harvard in public health and law. So she goes on a site. She's happy to share it too, but I don't know if it's accessible by all of us. But it's peer-reviewed sites. So it's all other people with tremendous degrees and incredibly smart people in the health field that they check the facts versus each other. So they put a fact up, and then it has to be peer-reviewed by all of them before it gets cleared as being fact or non-fact. So it's not just one source coming out. I'll get the name of it. She has mentioned it to me before, and I found that.
Tom, share your screen.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Who's sharing screen?
You share your screen, Tom. Show us.
He doesn't have it right now.
For the site, I have it. She has it. I'm just telling you what she told me like 2 nights ago. But I'll grab that for you so we have it for a later show. But I think it's something that's important. Me and my wife were discussing this. So now she's the type of person that will take the time, write down all these facts that you hear on the news, bring them back and have them checked on a peer review site of other intellectuals that know what they're talking about. It's not common talk. And then after it goes through a rigorous process of being proven or disproven, because every fact is going to have somebody that says, no, there's a study that shows this. And there's another person that says, no, there's a study that shows this. And it keeps going back and forth until it either clears or doesn't clear. Me as a layperson who is engaging even in my non-working day won't do that. I won't go and peer check every fact I see. She has a notebook that started when COVID started. And she said on our first interview on March 18th, 35 people in New York had been died of COVID. On our newest interview, she gave me how many thousands of people are dead of COVID now. And everything we said on the 18th, which had the worst production value ever as a cast, like a lot of it came true, and most of it is following a pattern. I'm going to start doing a weekly show with her, just a 1-hour weekly that we touch base on real fact. And our first one that we're doing next week, this Wednesday coming up, is going to be on the similarities between the Spanish flu and this and this. And there's so many real facts, but she's getting every super detailed fact on both ends. And she's like, it shouldn't be called the flu of 1918. It should be called the flu of 1918 through 1920. She's like, 'cause it was 2 years. It wasn't a 3-month flu.
And that was the thing too that I really liked that Cuomo had done at one time is he put the timelines of different disasters in the world. And he says, we're all flipping out. It's time to get back open. It's time to do this. We were at that point. We were on day like 57. We're on day like 60. World War I was 2 years. The Spanish flu was 2 years. World War II, I think, was 4 years. The Vietnam War was 8 years. These are people that were affected for years, and we're saying, look, we're trying not to make this years, but to say people are like, oh, it's 60 days. That's it. Let's go back. It's time to just deal with it.
It's not going to ruin the world. We have to take our time to do this responsibly. You know what she was telling me, too, is that May 15th is not the reopening of New York City. May 15th is phase 1, the strictly construction.
As of right now, of course. Yeah, the reimagining.
The reimagining, exactly. Phase 2 occurs at the end of the month, but you can't even open unless you come to. She was telling me, I'm going to talk off air with you guys about this, but you need to go to the government with a plan on how you open while being responsible. We're non-essential, so the non-essentials. I really believe I'm one of the last. My type of business, me and Mas, I wish he was here, are the last businesses to go back. So we have to give them ways that we can go back without being irresponsible for social distancing.
Right, and even essential businesses have to have plans in place,
to be responsible.
So, and I've been talking to my staff already about how, and I think we spoke about my show yesterday, right? How to have techs rotate one a week, one out of the office, because if I put my 3 techs in the room where they are, they're within 6 feet of each other. That would be socially, for me, I'm not socially distancing them in the beginning. So I would do 2 techs in the office a week and 1 tech remote and cycle that on a pattern. Christina's office will probably be just Christina, when normally I have 2 people. I just hired a marketing person yesterday I probably won't have her in the office with Christina. I'll probably throw her in the conference room for a little bit until we get down to the numbers where they say, okay, you can start relaxing social distancing. But even right now, there's still social distancing. That even with the open, it's not like, okay, get back out there, enjoy.
No.
It's still social distancing.
No, because that'll just cause the worst spike ever. Because that's exactly what happens. We don't want to do it.
Right. Joe said live stream services are the only social responsible service we can really provide for right now. It's true. It's,
sadly but true.
And look, it's all a number game, right? So we could, it's all a number game. If you sit in your house for another 2 months, and I don't want to, trust me, I'm not looking to do this. Jimmy will be the first to tell you I like people. I like to be around people. This sucks. Me and Jimmy fucking all day, we bullshit. We're in the truck together. I miss that. I sit here now, but of course I get to talk to other people. But I miss just being with Jimmy and doing our shit and laughing and working and doing that. But if it means I need to be home for another month, and that's going to really kill the virus as much as we can to make it that we could get through to the vaccine without having the social distance, because there's a point where if you get down to enough cases, you could relax social distancing, because the chance that it starts to spread again is you've almost put it, it's like an extinct species, right? So you start to relax it to the numbers are there. It can't get that big, and especially if you watch and contact trace, right? That's why they keep talking about testing. If you relax and Jimmy gets sick and they know, all right, Jimmy works with Mike, he talks to Christina, boom, all of these people, you now have to quarantine. You can keep this under control and stop it from spreading like wildfire. But if you just say, like states like Georgia say, oh, bowling, phase 1, super important, let's go bowling. Well, oh, haircuts, go for it. I get everyone wants a haircut. I have to have my wife do my haircut. She's doing a great job, but let's look. She took my hair out over here the other day.
I'm going to let my wife cut my hair today.
I'm okay with it if that means I'm helping to keep people safe. And the problem with the antibody test is right now the antibody test is not accurate. It is a 15% false positive. Bill Gates was just talking about this yesterday. And I know some people might not listen to Bill Gates, but let's also remember Bill Gates 4 years ago was saying we need a plan for a pandemic. In October of last year, Bill Gates was saying there is going to be a respiratory disease that is going to destroy us, and we need a plan for it. So here's Bill Gates now talking and saying our testing is not accurate. And the reason it's not accurate is we have allowed everything approval if it's an antibody test just to be able to test. But if that test is inaccurate, that's not good, right? Like, look, how good is that? So, like, as much as I want an antibody test because I'd like to know, I almost don't want it now. I want to wait till they say the antibody tests are more accurate, because then you have a real picture.
This my same guest made a very valid point. She said before she became a professor at Columbia, she did a lot of research with medical research and testing. So she said no matter what she did research-wise with clinical trials, the true numbers don't pan out till you release it to the public. So once it gets released to the public, then you find out what the drug really does. You don't find that out during the clinical trials. Clinical trials is such a small sample size that you don't really get a true feel for the drug. Same thing with these tests.
And you don't get with animals either. They say that mice lie and monkeys exaggerate. That's what they keep saying, and you don't realize until we're human. Well, Bill Gates is in conspiracy with China. I know he made the virus. But Bill Gates' TED Talk was actually really spying, all jokes aside, and that was 4 or 5 years ago. Now, Joe said.
Everybody says that movie Contagion was so real. It's like they predicted the future. Do you know why? Because the guy that was their technical supervisor for that was somebody that is in this field. And this isn't something they didn't see coming. He's like, I just mapped out what was going to happen in the future from this type of a thing. And now it looks like we're mimicking the movie, because the movie was based on the facts of what
based on the science that politicians knew. And this is the problem. And even right now, and again, I'm not blaming anybody, but this is not a time where it should be red and blue. This is a time where we should all be united in unity, and that we're not seeing that. The states that are opening, right? If you look at maps, the states that are opening are red states. The states that are staying closed are blue states. It shouldn't be that way. It should be look at science, but we're now in a political battle back and forth to say an agenda, and I don't know where the agenda comes from. I'm not here to put conspiracy, but we should be unified right now. We're here for our public health.
I thought one of the best thing that was going to come from this epidemic, from this tragedy or epidemic or what it is that we would, is that people would unify more. And I find it to be atrocious that it's causing more. Well, this is we're playing the blame game. So my wife made an excellent point the other day, right? She's like, no matter where you are in life, right? When families do it, people at work do it. Everybody always wants to play the blame game. People do it with politicians. So now if you're saying, well, if so-and-so didn't do this, I wouldn't have this problem. So-and-so didn't do this. No, it's not about that. Fix the problem. Then we'll worry about everything else later. Let's just make things right. Fix problems. I'm not political in any way. I would dare you to tell me who I side with because I don't side. Like I'm very down the line. I think there's very good points on both ends of everything, but
and I agree with you. There's good sides on I believe on both sides. There's people I like on both sides of the line. I'm not saying I only go this way. There's beliefs everywhere. But
Joe Russo put up a very
has promised
that it promoted selfishness. Look at the toilet paper hoarding. Joe Russo, I don't think it's promoting selfishness. I think it's fear. We're promoting fear, and fear makes people react differently than they would in a normal state of mind.
Absolutely, and that's what they said. It's fear. Once basically toilet paper started disappearing, everyone started flipping out and going. Now apparently popcorn. You could get toilet paper, you can't get popcorn, right, Jimmy? You tried to get popcorn yesterday, and the popcorn you said is just gone.
Yeah, the shelves are empty on a lot of shit in Stop and Shop.
Well, I told you off the air where to go. Right. Everyone's trying to protect themselves, but only at the cost of hurting others.
Which shouldn't be. We should be helping each other.
Economy is very important, right? I'm a business owner. I don't want us to struggle. I don't want my clients to struggle. However, health should trump economy, because what good is it if we have a greater, our economy starts to get back up and we start losing people and losing business owners and politicians and family and loved ones and friends? What's more important? Right.
Morning, Tommy. Tommy, you had one of the greatest unboxings I've ever seen. You got to get Mike and Todd on it to help you do the production of it. But you and your kids unboxing incredibly expensive toys, you being a great father, the whole toy aspect of it, I thought all of it was a perfect story.
I love the part, and I commented when his son was grabbing like the little stand, because I buy those toys. He was grabbing the little plastic thing that holds the figure, and they're super fragile. So the son like grabbed it, and you see Tom, give me a fucking thing. Yeah,
he was trying so hard just to be a good dad. He's like, I want to do this. He's like, just chill out, buddy. Chill out. We're gonna do it. We're gonna get it. I'm like, that toy is more expensive than most grown men stuff.
Right. Stopping Shop at 3 of their warehouse operating 20%.
But that's
Tom
gonna
says
happen.
he loves you. Is it you guys love each other because you have the same name?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons. But no, I've known him
you love
forever.
all Mike. Anyone named Mike.
Joe Russo made a really good comment, right? So now that the warehouses are operating 25%, their supply chains, thankfully, are still fine, right? But let's also be prepared if supply chains bang out. I'm yoga, and now I'm trying to plant a garden. Not for tomorrow. I don't expect to have a vegetable tomorrow, but why not do it? I could do it. Why not do it? I'll have a couple fruits and vegetables. My grandfather did it. It was easy enough. And that I don't know. I feel like but why not help each other? So if you're going to do that, show your neighbor how to do it. Help your neighbor do it. Like, I think there are a lot of
there's a lot of good and bad coming out of it.
Yeah, there's a lot of good too.
There's a lot of really good that's come out of this, and a lot of bad, and it's how every disaster is, right? It really is. There will never be anything that will truly unify us. You know what might truly unify us? When the aliens finally come down and start to take us, and we realize, all right, we all have to come together, or we're screwed.
I hope so. I don't know.
I said to Nicole yesterday, I was joking around. I said, can you imagine? I said, all we need now is the Independence disc that just come down over New York. And then then Trump will be on his press briefing. See, I told you we needed Space Force, and we have uniforms. We don't have any ships to go fight them, but we have uniforms. But no, it's like is that going to be the only thing that will unify us as a race? Will be like if another race tries to take us out?
I can't see how this doesn't unify us. It's boggling to me how I'm not able to help people come together and put aside their political views and put aside their whatever this is that makes you so this way or that way and say, listen, let's all just work together. Doesn't matter what news station we're watching. Joe, I agree. I'm going to start trying to figure out how to compost exactly. I know that's all
What is that? That's when you break down your garbage to reuse it?
Your natural waste turns into your fertilizer. So like all the banana peels and the this and that.
So do you have to like stop scooping out of your toilet bowl?
No, not that natural waste.
Actual food.
That's how you get a bubonic plague. We don't want to do that.
In Brooklyn, I know they have compost laws, and we don't have it in Staten Island, luckily. But I know, like my grandmother in Brooklyn, they have a brown garbage pail, and they have to do certain composting. Like that's so. It seems so annoying. Like,
yeah, but it'll be good if we did it.
It just seems annoying to me because they never take my recycling.
I really don't think you have to use your own compost. I mean, that's really going to the extreme. I'm pretty sure the bag of soil that Home Depot, has enough.
Jimbo, that's what you said about popcorn 3 weeks ago. So I'm going to take Joe Russo's input on this one. I'll start making my own compost.
Coffee grinds, fruits, and vegetable scrap.
There you go.
Does that mean I have to open up the K cups and dump the grinds into like a compost?
Yeah, you get like it's just like a garbage can in your backyard that just turns into compost. That's all it is to make the soil better.
No.
So we've been going for an hour and 41 minutes. This has been fun conversation. Christina's falling asleep with her eyes open.
Sorry.
We like having Jim. Look, this is real conversation with real people. I wish Moss was here because he would have given and Jimmy gives that other side, but he's quiet. But Jimmy, what do you think?
Come on, Moss disappears.
I know, because he knows you sent the flowers. So,
the yellow flowers were from him.
Jimmy, let's get your view because you're a different view than me. But I would almost think with this one, you agree that if we have to stay at home a little longer to beat this thing, you're okay with that. You are not one to think just open up and let's go.
I don't think. No, I think opening up and putting everybody back is, that's the wrong thing to do right now. It's got to be a gradual thing.
Agree, progression.
Christina, if you could figure out how to do that, that would be amazing.
That would be amazing. I'd be so impressed.
Wasn't that like not Men in Black, Enemy of the State, where he noticed there was like the little glitch? Like that's how he realized they were putting the video feed through. Brooklyn already does it, and we're giving garbage pails. Yeah, they're brown garbage pails for compost. I know my grandmother does it. But yeah,
that's a bad thing.
It all goes in the same truck anyway, so go figure.
Does it really?
Does it? I know the recycling, they put the paper and plastic together, correct? Or are they separate?
No, there's a split in the middle of that truck. Yeah, my father was a sanitation worker, so a bunch of my friends.
Cardboard and then everything else on one side, and they just pretty much separate the cardboard.
So they do that. Seth Rogen's Fallon interview, I did not. Is that recent?
No, but I gotta watch.
Is he smoking a joint from his house? I like that.
Is it the one where he was doing pottery? There was one where he does pottery now, and they have like 6 pottery wheels. And I like Seth Rogen. He's a fun personality.
He's excellent on Howard Stern. Every time he's been on Howard, he's a
You know what?
Guy.
I have a great celebrity impersonator that would come on your show as Seth Rogen. He does a really good. He'll do that.
Yeah, we could do that. We should just do it. No, for that, what we need to do, we need to tell Moss that I actually got a hold of Seth Rogen, and we call him so we don't see him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Moss, you think you're a big deal? Hold on. Let me get my phone books out. So I'm calling my buddy Seth.
That'll be cool.
And then Moss will actually call like a real celebrity.
Right? Moss has those numbers. My wife said Jack Black is also hysterical.
Maria says anyone who lives in Staten Island and works in Staten Island should open. But Maria, we have the higher statistics, the worst statistics for the whole city, like in per 100,000. And the issue, New York, Manhattan has the lowest per 100,000 capita. They're doing the best out of us. So, like, why, if we're in the Staten Island, we're a huge risk?
Maria, we're not safe here on Staten Island just because we're on Staten Island with only Staten Islanders. A lot of us have it or had it and can transmit it still. And people aren't realizing that it's not somebody else's issue anymore. This is not a China issue. It's not a Sweden issue. It's our issue. It's all of us.
Right.
We just have to Be responsible. Just act like if you came in contact with somebody you don't know. Now you have it. Sit down for 14 days.
And here's the problem. Tomorrow and Sunday is going to be beautiful. It's going to be 70 degrees. And rather than going to sit in your backyard, I get it. It's okay to go to a park. It's okay to go to the beach. It's okay to go boardwalk. But they're not going to the beach, boardwalk, and park and not social distancing. They're social distance. They're going to the beach, boardwalk, and park and being together in groups, playing ball, sitting together, walking in groups of 30 people because they haven't seen each other. And that's the worst thing we could do because it's like a reset, right? It's like when you think of it when you were a kid and your parents put you in timeout and they told you you're in timeout for 30 seconds. And when you snuck out of timeout, they didn't say, okay, continue from 20. You were back in timeout for 30 seconds. And when you skip timeout, then they said, all right, now 2 minutes. That's what happens. We're trying to skip timeout, and
that whole Blue Angel thing. Did you see? I thought the Blue Angel thing was amazing. I saw it from my backyard to the side. But if you see pictures of what people were doing, lining up on boardwalks and the shore points, and I'm like, how are you? And they're clustered together, shoulder to shoulder.
Right.
COVID didn't time out during the Blue Angel show. Like it didn't allow us to stand next to each other for those 4 minutes.
You know what made me even sadder than those pictures?
What's that?
All the people who I saw on my feed say, did anyone see the Blue Angels? Did you see the chemical trails behind them? What were they dumping on us? And I'm just like, what? They're like, this was all coordinated to dump something. They're dumping vaccines on us. And I'm like, really? Now that's what we're believing? Planes,
it was disinfecting us.
Yeah, they were disinfecting us. Finally, they figured it out.
I don't know. I don't know how to reply to that. Like I
cried. I think I probably cried.
I'm not very smart. Me personally, I am not very smart, and I am just smart enough to know how not smart I am. So I'm gonna leave. Like when I had that guest on my show, when I'm telling you, oh, she said this, she said that, is because she's smart enough. She's the type of person I respect an opinion, and I know she's not. She wasn't trying to push something on me. A lot of us do not. They'll listen to people that will spread stuff that they are not smart enough to know if it's true or not. I'm not one to ever say that. Like I can't say that.
And it's not even that they're not smart. Because I don't want to say people are not smart, because I know plenty of people who I consider to be very smart, but they'll share the weirdest stuff. I think it's just people sometimes believe from the wrong source. And rather than to look at the facts, they see something and they just share it and thinking read a headline. But then and again goes back to media. I've seen plenty of headlines that you read the headline, you're like, holy shit, that guy's terrible. And then you read the story and you get down to you're like, oh, what? That was just a headline that made it look that terrible. But if you read the whole story, the story's there that shows they were just using the headline to get people to go, oh, share it. Yeah.
Sensationalization.
Christina could tell us. She does marketing, right? You can market whatever you want. You could spin anything.
Yeah,
that's what they do. And
it's like doing podcasts, like doing these live casts and stuff that I've been doing. I've noticed that my serious topics get no views, no retention of viewer, no this, no that. And then when I start having a train wreck will get you want to talk about exponential growth? Bang! It grows out like crazy.
Have you never seen Jersey Shore, Megan Staten Island? What do you think? There's a reason people love to watch train wrecks. But we've been talking for 45 minutes about serious stuff.
And I'm sorry.
We've been maintaining between 8 and 13, 8 and 14, which isn't bad, right? People are coming and staying and going, so it's not bad. Yeah. And this will get reach, right? It's all the follow-up reach, but usually we put stuff on that people don't like. We watch it, boom, 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 boom. It drops all the way down to 2. So people are liking what we're talking about. They might not like it. They might just be tuning in.
They're associating.
They could all the information so he attacks us later.
They could be.
I heard you guys spoke for an hour about this. You guys are idiots.
Well, that's why I like your morning show. You've changed my sleep schedule so that I could talk serious in the mornings before I start my train wreck. I'm going to be going live with poker streaming for most of the day today so that we could promote giving away that $500.
We have a new show in 2 hours. 15 minutes. It's called End the Week with the Geeks. where we answer IT related
Fun.
questions from the week. So if anybody has an IT question they want answered throughout the week, they answer it, and then we'll pick 1 or 2 topics and quick fire, bang it out, talk about it, answer the
I
question.
love that.
You
You
have
know
a
what?
question
Send me the
you'd
link
like
to
us
that.
to
I'll
answer?
promote that on with my crowd too, because I'm sure people are having technical issues. I bet you get a bunch of people asking how they're able to sign online to this poker site of mine. But whatever, I'm going to give that link out to them to contact you, and at least it promotes them to see your show and see your site.
End the week with the geeks. I don't really have a topic for this week yet. No one asked questions, but I'll come up with something. I got 2 hours. I think I have. I think if we don't get any questions, I'm going to talk about the importance of 2-factor authentication. So this will be the boring show. It's going to be boring, right? I'm going to try to make it fun, and me and Christina are kind of fun people. You know, we might just yell at each other for 15
If
minutes.
you guys could give me 10 or 15 minutes of it, if I could get somebody to sign on, like give them their screen for you to share to show them how they sign on. People are having so much trouble because with the online poker site, it not only it has to know that you're a real person because it's real money, so they're playing for real cash in Jersey. And then some people aren't getting authenticated out the gate, so they have to send in their driver's license and their social security card, like take pictures of it and send it to the site. But it's all government regulated. So people are freaking out about this. They don't want to do it. They don't know how to do it. They're like, oh, I'm getting caught up here. I'm like, me personally cannot walk you through it because I have no back end use of it. You have to shoot to the IT desk and shoot to this.
Right.
So, but it's stupid things. Like if they don't share their location services with the site, then they won't allow them.
You have to have location on so they could see you're in Jersey.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
And the
like
problem with that is geolocation doesn't always work. You could be in Tottenville and it thinks you're in Jersey. You could be in Jersey and it thinks you're in Staten Island.
Yeah, and then some people are able to log on from Staten Island for a second because just that point, like they're right on the border, like right by the bridge of this.
But if they wing and they figure it out, they're taking all that money right back.
Sometimes it comes up as Staten Island Junction, New Jersey.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
See, I don't know that.
I don't even know what that means, but when you get on the South Shore, because my brother's girlfriend does a lot of deliveries for Shipton stuff, and she winds up going all the way to Morristown the other day from Tottenville because they thought she was in Jersey.
Really?
Yeah.
See, so all this comes into play. It's so crazy. So all of that will start coming into play, and people. I'm not a tech guy. I'm just trying to help them walk through it, and then I'm just trying to teach them how to. I'm trying to find the best way to show them how without having access, because people are trying to send me their passwords. I'm like, why are you doing that? I don't want anybody's pass. I'm not doing it for you. I live in Staten Island. I was like, and even if I lived in Jersey and could sign on for you, I'm not doing that for you. I don't want access to that. You're gonna give me access.
Just have them send you your social security number.
I know it's polar because either one way they'll do it with no problem, or the other way they'll be like, no, I can't send this to this site. I'm like, it's so hard to convey that happy in between. And all of that.
It really
and
is.
I think you guys should be prospering right now because I feel
what's the highest viewed show so far? It ranges. Breakfast with Bloomy, I think we've maxed out at like 35 to 40 live. Reach, we've got a couple of thousand. The midday show, I think the highest we ever had was between 40 and 50. The Gotham After Dark, at one point, we were up to like 85 to 100 at one show.
Nice.
But the reach is what it's not always live viewer because people come in, go out, and it stays on Facebook. So like the breakfast show, I think is between like 3,000 and 5,000 reach. The midday shows I climb to like 4,000 to 6,000 reach, and the Gotham show I think falls in that 4,000 to 6,000. The Gotham show is all over the place. We're pretty consistent on the breakfast and the midday shows. The Gotham show, we've had really good shows, and then we've had shows that sit at 10 the whole show. So it's it's a wide range.
It's interesting. It's so interesting. I'm trying to figure out there's all algorithms and reasons for it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I just don't know what it is yet.
And let's be honest, I'm not doing this for the viewership. Do I want people to watch it? I don't make any money on this. I make no money if there's 100. What I like is I like engagement. I like to feel like people are enjoying what we're doing. I like when people are commenting. And, Moss claims he gets a lot of texts. Let's be honest. He brings a lot of people to the show. It's Moss. Everyone knows Moss. He has 5,000 friends. He shares it out. People like to watch Moss,
so
he gets a lot of text after shows. Hey, that was a good show. That was a bad show. People really like the cooking segment with Joe this week, with Joe, I think, what was that, Tuesday? People seem to really enjoy that segment. We we've had a couple of really good shows this week, and then we've had a couple of shows that were Again, we always talked about coming out without a format and everything, and I don't want to turn this into work. This isn't real. This is me to kill some time, and when we get on the other side of this and I do one show a week, I'll have a format because then I have time to do it. But how should I come up with a format for every day?
I don't know if you need a format for every day, but you could also find that's what I'm all about. I'm all about learning how to find the things that make things better. So I feel like the cooking segment's dope, but maybe when I was watching Tommy's thing last night with his kid, I was like, this is gold, content gold. I feel like I have some content gold and I have really bad production on other things. Again, camera dark, even on my latest one. So I was like, I need to find how to tweak it. So maybe 15 minutes is a sweet spot in amount of time, and then something that makes you stick to it. I need that little ring light. I have one of the good ones right here, but the batteries go dead on me.
This one sucks because the batteries on this die. I have a new one that you can't see that is
that really that bang it, right? Yeah. And sometimes
I ordered a second one. Hold on, but now I need to get my microphone down. If
you did little 5-minute clips here and there of things to make this better and be like, hey, this is the thing that we refer you to use StreamYard, here's the link. I guarantee you get a bunch of people clicking through your link because they see you doing this every day. And then here's this light. I recommend this light. And that's where I think you could generate more revenue.
Right.
Here and there. Sorry, guys. I feel like I'm taking up too much time on this show. We're almost 2 hours on the hour.
I'm trying to bring up.
Hey, call me when you get that steak.
Oh, you're out? We've lost you? Bye, Jimmy. We love you.
I'm going to go clean up the yard.
Let me know if you go to Country Donuts again. Thank you.
Country Donuts. Yes, you got it.
I'll buy you coffee.
Take care.
He's like, I ain't going. You get mad at me, Jimmy, because I asked you to go places and I won't leave my house?
I don't give a shit.
I don't want you to get mad. If you ever get mad and upset, just tell me and then I'll start going.
Yeah.
You're good, man. This is a good team. You're a good team. That's what it means.
I don't give a shit. I'll tell you the truth.
Are you going to the deli still, or are you done with the deli?
No, I haven't been to the deli. No. I usually just go to get cigarettes.
Oh, hold on. Okay. So, that did not flip.
Joe Russo said YouTube unboxings have ridiculous views. His son was addicted around.
We need to do that backstage. Hold on.
Guys,
so I put a little arm.
Oh, no. I like what you did there.
Okay. Yeah, put a mute. I got that. I ordered a second one of these to put over here. I would like to get this now mounted. My desk doesn't have anywhere to mount it, right? That's the thing. A lot of these desks have places to mount, but luckily I
have a boom arm. I don't like it. I like this better.
I have this, so I can mount to there. So that's where I mounted that one too. I ordered a right angle for the USB-C though, because I'm worried it's going to break because it's getting pressure on it. But this light plugs in the USB, so I don't have to worry about it dying.
That's my problem. Is mine's battery operated, so I recharge the battery. So if I cast too long, I go dead. Annoying, so annoying.
Right. So I've kind of gotten like a real setup as we go, and then I'll take this and move this to my real office. Right, once I'm back and we're back in, we'll set it up.
I have something I could offer on your show because I can't really talk about this on my show. I'm either going to throw away or give away. I have a whole bunch of real slot machines that I'm not even allowed to have, but I was using them for my own house. That they need to be like soldered. You need to go through the process of putting the battery in it. If you want them, send Jimmy over. I'll leave it out there for him.
Jimmy, you want a whole row of slot machines behind you?
What,
real deals?
Machines?
Real deals. You got to do the technical work on them, but you can make them functioning.
I have someone we could bring in for a day to fix all the slot machines.
Yeah, come by. I'll give you them. They all need work. They all need repair work. But
come by after
the project. No. I'll leave them outside. Well, I'll spray the lights. Well, should take them now because I want to turn that into my studio. My wife is like, get these out of our other bedroom.
How many do you have?
I think I have. Well, I took one, totally dismantled one apart, but they still all have the boards. I think I have 3 or 4 of them. You'll need a van. You're not taking this in a car. They're real deal.
My Sprinter. He could take the Sprinter.
Oh yeah. The Sprinter's fine. That's what I transport.
Put them in my storage unit. We'll put them in.
Yeah.
I think the unboxing is fun. I think I'm gonna order that Captain America I want, and we'll unbox that.
That's still
cool. Do it with your kid too.
What was that one that you were doing? It's not the Cyclops. What was it?
No, that one's not coming till October. The oh fuck, I can't think of what he's called. Yeah, the huge one.
Yeah, and it had like all the little Wolverines.
All the figures. It had the whole X-Men around it.
All right.
Yeah. So I want to
Hold
do
on.
unboxing. All right,
I
we're
will
at
be
6.
right
We're
back.
going.
We're
Let's
going?
see.
All right.
Mike, catch you midday, guys. See you, Joe. Thanks for everyone that's staying.
Pleasure. Thank you
Jimmy,
for having
I'll
me,
talk to you
guys.
after. Tom, thank you. Christina, thank you. Oh, I didn't load up my graphic I need for this. Hold on. Did I download it though? Jimmy's like, I'm out. Screw this shit. Jimmy, Christina, hello. I got it. Join us end of the week with the Geeks, Fridays, 2 p.m. It's going to be on our Facebook page. 15-minute roundup of the week's most popular IT-related questions. If you have questions, email me, Facebook, get it to me. We want to answer your question. This is a chance for me to answer Facebook questions for free, IT-related questions for free. Take advantage of it. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you later.